Hello everyone, welcome back to this video. This is a continuation of anatomy and physiology part 2, and in this video we'll discuss about cells. So here we'll discuss about cells. So in my previous videos I already discussed about what is the meaning of cells, that is a group of molecule, organic and inorganic compounds. So cells are the smallest unit of life. As the human body is composed of trillions of cells, and these cells provide structure for the body and carry out specialized functions. So cells are the functional unit of the body. So cells are the smallest unit of life or the body. So the term cell is derived from the Latin word cella, meaning small room. Cells are often called the building block of life or of all living organisms, and the study of cells is called cell biology, cellular biology, or cytology. Cells were discovered by Robin Hooke in 1965. He observed a thin slice of cork in the microscope, and he described what he observed as little box and named them cells. And the cell theory was first developed in 1939 by Matthias Jacobs Claydon and Theodore Schwann, and they stated that all organisms are composed to one or more cells, and that cells are the fundamental unit of structure and functions in all living organisms, and that all cells come from pre-existing cells. So it has been estimated that human contains somewhere around 40 trillion cells and human brain around 80 billions of cells. And in the next slide, we'll see about the cell types, that is, the different types of cells. So we'll see about the cell types. Cells are of two types, that is, the prokaryotic cells and the eukaryotic cells. So we'll see first what are prokaryotic cells. Prokaryotic cells are the cells which do not have a well-defined membrane or a well-defined organelles. And prokaryotic cells are also called as unicellular, that is an organism that consists of a single cell, which mean all life processes such as reproduction, feeding, digestion, and excretion occur in one cell. Example of an organism that have prokaryotic cells are bacteria and archaea. And in next we'll see about the eukaryotic cells. So here we'll see about eukaryotic cells. These eukaryotic cells are the cells that contain a nucleus, and they have a plasma membrane and contain a variety of structures called organelles which have different specified function. And the organism which have eukaryotic cells include protozoa, fungi, plants, and animals. Even me and you are eukaryote cells. Your cells and my cells are eukaryote cells. So next we'll see about the components of cells and or the parts of cells. So cells, we see about cells, as we know that cells is a functional unit of the body or the smallest unit of life. So we'll see about the different parts of cells with their functions, with their specific functions. So cells, this is a cell. A cell consists of a plasma membrane. Inside the plasma membrane, there are a number of organelles which are floating in a watery fluid called cytosol. In my previous videos, I have discussed what is cytosol and what is cytoplasm. So these organelles are small structures with highly specialized function which are present inside the membrane. They include the nucleus, the mitochondria, the Golgi apparatus, the ribosome, the lysosome, and the endoplasmic reticle. So we'll discuss about one by one in next. So we'll see about plasma membrane. What is plasma membrane? So the currently accepted model for the structures of plasma membrane, called fluid mosaic model, was first proposed in 1972. This model has evolved over time and it still provides a good basic description of the plasma membrane in many cells. So according to the fluid mosaic model, the plasma membrane is a mosaic of components, primarily phospholipids, cholesterol, and protein that move freely and fluidly in the lane of the membrane. So, according to this, a plasma membrane is a mosaic of components. So, a mosaic of component is like the cells are bound together like a small pieces of stone. And in this plasma membrane, we have phospholipids, cholesterol, protein that embedded in them. And in simple meaning, we can say that plasma membrane is a thin membrane that surrounds the cell which protect the cell from the unfavorable condition of the outside environment. That is just a simple meaning of plasma membrane. So the plasma membrane consists of the layers of lipids, that is the phospholipids, the cholesterol, and some protein and carbohydrates molecule embedded in them. So we'll see what are phospholipids. Phospholipids. The phospholipids are made of glycerol, phosphate, and the two linked fatty acid, that is the saturated and the unsaturated fatty acid. So these phospholipids are arranged in a bilayer. Bilayer, that is two layer by layer, and the head of this phospholipid, it is electrically charged, that is negative charge, and they have a hydrophilic, that is water loving. So water loving, that is they will allow the water to move freely, that is the extracellular fluid. And a tail of phospholipids has no charge and they have hydrophobic tail, which is water fearing, that is they repel, they make a center which is repelling water. They fear of water. This is all about phospholipids. And we'll see about what is protein, what is carbohydrate, what is cholesterol. And I want to say that these phospholipids are the major components of the plasma membrane. And okay, we'll see about the protein. So we'll see about protein. So this membrane protein are the second major components of the plasma membrane and it helps in several functions. So these proteins, they are present in the pathway of the cell membrane or loosely attached to the inside or the outside face. And so this one, the protein membrane, they have several functions that they act as a specific receptor, that is they relay signals between the cell's internal and external environment, and also they give the cells its immunological identity. So we'll see about carbohydrates. Carbohydrates are the third major components of the plasma membrane. In general, they found outside the surface of the cell, that is this. And those carbohydrates that bound either to the protein or to lipids, they are called as glycoprotein, glycolipids. And these carbohydrates, they make the cellular marker that allow the cells or immune cells to differentiate between body cells which they should not attack and the foreign cells or the tissue which they should. So that is fighting against the foreign cells. This is helped by the carbohydrate membrane, and the membrane fluidity. What is membrane fluidity? This is the structure of the fatty acid. That is the tail of the phospholipids. They have the saturated and the unsaturated fatty acid. And this saturated and unsaturated fatty acid, that is a tail of phospholipids, they have they behave differently when the temperature drops. So, and also they maintain the structure of the cells and transport of the molecules. In addition to phospholipids, animal cells have additional membrane or components that help to maintain fluidity, that is a cholesterol. So a cholesterol is another type of lipid that is embedded among the phospholipids of the membrane, helps to minimize the effect of temperature of fluidity. That is this cholesterol, they help in the ability of substance to flow easily. They help in the substance to flow easily inside this. That is all about the plasma membrane. So we'll see next about the cytoplasm. So we'll see about cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a cell component present inside the cell membrane which surrounds the nucleus, or a thick solution that fills each cells and enclosed by the cell membrane. This is all about the cytoplasm. And now we'll see about the organelles of cells. So organelles, what are organelles? Organelles are small structure which found inside the cells which have their own specific functions, and they are present in every eukaryotic cells. And now we'll see about the nucleus. What is nucleus? So nucleus is the largest organelles that are present inside the cells and contained within a membrane. That is the cell membrane. And nucleus have a nuclear envelope which protect the body genetic material. That is the chromosome and the chromatins. And also the nucleus have a nuclear pores which allow the substance to pass between it and to the cytoplasm. And nucleus serve as the information processing or the administrative center of the cells, that is, which command the cells or direct the cells to grow, to mature, to divide, or to die. This is all about the nucleus. So we'll see the next one about mitochondria. What is mitochondria? Mitochondria are sausage-shaped structure. This is a structure. Sausage, it looks like a sausage-shaped structure, and they have outer membrane and the inner membrane. And in this one, they have the cristae, which is a folded membrane, and matrix, that is a fluid, which play a vital role or a vital, or a critical role in energy productions, in which the citric acid cycle or the Krebs cycle take place. So these mitochondria are the complex organelles that convert energy from food into form that the cell can use. So we will say that mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cells. And for conversions of energy, they have multiple steps, that is the glycolysis, citric acid cycle, and even the electron transport system. And this mitochondria, they have the genetic materials and they can make copies of it. This is all about the mitochondria. And now we'll see about the ribosome. What is ribosome? Ribosome consists of protein and messenger RNA. And these are tiny granules and organelles that process the cell genetic instruction to synthesize protein from amino acid. So this ribosome helps in synthesis of protein from the amino acid, and as a protein is essential part of the cells for many cells functions. And these protein will help in repairing the damage or directing chemical process. And this one, the small subunit of ribosome read the messenger RNA, and this large unit, they join to amino acid to form a polypeptide chain. This is all about the ribosome. We'll see next about endoplasmic reticulum. So endoplasmic reticulum. Endoplasmic reticulum is a series of interconnecting membranous canal in the cytoplasm. That is this one. You can see it is like canal. This is a rough and this is smooth endoplasmic reticulum. Smooth endoplasmic reticulum, they synthesis lipids and steroid hormones, and also it helps in detoxification of some drugs. That is, they will help in removal of the toxic substance of some drugs. And the rough endoplasmic reticulum, they have this, they connected with the ribosome and are the sites for the protein synthesis that are exported from the cells. So the endoplasmic reticulum helps in process of molecule that walk the molecule created by the cells, that is the enzyme and hormones, from their parent cells to other to be used by the cells of the body. That is, they move the enzyme and hormones to be used by the other cells. This is about the endoplasmic reticulum. Next we'll see about the Golgi apparatus. What is Golgi apparatus? Golgi apparatus consists of stack of closely folded flattened membrane sac. That is, this one we can see one structure on top of the other. And in this Golgi apparatus, we have the lumen, that is the opening or the inside space, and the crisp, which is a folded membrane, and we have the vesicle which store the chemical product, that is the protein, and the cis phase is the substance enter from, in this place the substance enter from endoplasmic reticulum, and trans phase is exit of the substance into the vesicle to store into the vesicles. And this Golgi apparatus is the distribution and shipping department of the cell's chemical product. And now we'll see about lysosome. So what are lysosomes? So lysosomes are the specialized vesicles, that is, lysosomes are the specialized compartment within the cells, and these organelles are the recycling center of the cells. That is, the lysosome, they digest the waste and remove the waste. That is, they also break down fragments of large molecules. That is, with the help of hydrolytic enzyme, they break down the larger molecules, that is RNA, DNA, carbohydrate, protein inside the cell into smaller particles, and also they help in digest the foreign bacteria that invade the cells, rid the cells of toxic substance, and also recycle the worn out cells compartment. This is all about the lysosome, and now we'll see about the cytoskeletons. So now we'll see about cytoskeleton. Cytoskeleton is a network of long fibers that make up the cell structural framework. So this cytoskeleton is a network of interlinking protein filaments present in the cytoplasm of the cell. That is, the interlinking protein filaments, and in these cytoskeleton help in the cell structural framework, that is shape, the characteristic of the cells, and also the movement of the cells, and also the organization of the protein in the plasma membrane, and also they help in cell division. So we'll see in the cytoskeleton there are microfilaments and microtubules. So microfilaments, this is microfilaments. They are the tiny starch of protein that provide the structural support and maintain the characteristic shape of the cell. So microfilaments are the thinnest part of cytoskeleton and are used to give shape to the cells and support its internal parts and microtubules. Microtubule, they are the contractile protein structure in the cytoplasm. That is, microtubule are the structure for rigidity and movement of the cells in the cytoplasm. So this one, microtubules, they help in the movement of cilia and also they help in the organization of the protein in the membrane and also help in cell division. So this is all about cytoskeleton and about the cells, plasma membrane and the organelles of the cells. And if you find this video helpful, you can hit the like button, share and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.